Welcome to SecondFifty and to this demonstration of the forward fold hamstring stretch. This is a little more intense stretch for the hamstrings and also partly for the glutes as well. So what you want to do, stand about 8 to 12 inches from a wall, and then you're going to put your hips back just a little bit and fold forward at the hips until you feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings here. Now, you may brush up against the wall, and you don't have to do a wall. You can do this without a wall, but I like to have the tactile feeling of the wall behind me as a point of reference, because I want to make sure that I'm pushing my hips backward as opposed to just rolling forward. If you just roll forward, you're not going to feel a stretch. You want to hinge at the hips, keep your back relatively flat, and then just allow yourself to settle into this. There, I'm starting to feel it now, right here in my hamstrings. Now, this stretch doesn't feel like much for the first 30 to 60 seconds, but we're going to hold this stretch for 3 to 5 minutes. And by the end of that time, you may even find yourself trembling a little bit in your hamstrings and your legs. So again, feet about shoulder width apart, little bend in the knee, push those hips and butt back. You may feel the wall a little bit there, and you may have to just, work around a little bit here until you feel that stretch. I feel it now, and now I'm just going to allow myself to relax. If this is too intense, you can bend your knees a little more. If you feel like it's not intense enough, straighten your legs a little bit until you feel that nice stretch, about a 7 out of 10 intensity. Now, what I will often do is I will use a stool, and you can rest gently on the stool. If you want to go a little bit further down, you can actually put the stool down a little bit. You could also use a yoga block like that, or you can simply hang like that. So again, as with all of these long hold passive stretches, we're looking for that 7 out of 10 intensity. You want to breathe in for 4 counts, breathe out for 8 counts. It helps you to relax. So you breathe in for 4 and out for 8. Just hanging here to the extent you can really relax, and you'll find that you slowly will start to get a little bit closer to the floor in front of you. Again, keep a block handy, because as this goes into the 3rd and 4th minute, you may want to just rest a little bit on something so that you don't have quite that much intensity. And when you come up out of it, I even feel a little bit there, you're going to need to shake it out a little bit, and you're going to feel a little bit sore there for a few minutes. That's the forward fold hamstring stretch. It's a great stretch, super important. Once you've been doing this for a while, you can test yourself. You should be able to come down and touch your toes much more easily after doing this for a couple of weeks. A lot of people can't get much further down than this to touch their toes. That's a strong indicator of tight hamstrings. You really should be able to come down and touch your toes in order to preserve that flexibility. So, thank you and good luck.